Hi guys, this is going to be a red Beerus deck profile. For those who don't know, this is a leader that came out all the way from set 8, and I think it's a pretty good leader in today's metagame. It is a red leader, so it's going to be able to use a lot of good red stuff. This deck, I took it to Psychic Turtles Collectibles, and I got third place with it. The cool thing about this leader is if you do go first, you're able to generate a +1. Otherwise, going second is just a normal leader. But the cool thing about it is that you don't have to attack to get the advantage with this leader. The card reads: Activate main. You can choose one red or yellow card from your hand, place it in the drop area, and draw 2 cards. And when your life is at 4 or less, you may choose up to 2 energy and switch it to active mode and flip this card over. So it's a flip 2 leader as opposed to drawing 2 or such and such. On the backside, it has a really cool ability. It's much like Android 16 in that you can combo a multicolor from your drop area. But Android 16's counterpart is being able to combo a multicolor blue and green, while this one actually combos a red and yellow from the drop area. It's a 15k stat. Doesn't draw a card just like Android 16 does, but it makes up for it with the battle cards that you play in your deck. His other ability, which is really cool, and it sometimes comes up, is that if you pay a red and yellow energy, you get to KO a battle card on your opponent's side of the field. Yeah, so that's what it does. So enough about that. So the reason why I wanted to play this leader was because of the new TP that came out of this set. It's called Beerus, Divine Obliterator, Divine Destroyer's Advent. What it does is that if you have a red and yellow energy, this can combo for free, but it's only a 5k combo. So it's a free red yellow combo card that you can combo for free from your hand. But the cool thing about him is that you can arrival this guy for only one yellow, one red. I typically use red. I mean, I only use red for this, but you could use yellow too. He has an offering ability that when he comes into play, offering is really good in this deck because I try to design it to where it's like a burn deck. But if it's not a burn deck, then you can draw. Basically, you're able to gain advantage on the backside because he doesn't draw, and he needs a way to draw consistently. So you can use this card to draw cards to your hand. His other ability is that when he attacks, you get to choose a battle card in rest mode that's 4 or less, and then it locks it so they cannot restand it after it attacks. So it's a really cool little mechanic that you could use. The one stipulation about this is that it's a limit 1. So try to use it on your turn, and then try to use it on your opponent's turn. And I have cards in my deck that allow you to recycle this from the battle area back to your hand, and then reuse it on your opponent's turn. In the event that you only draw one in the whole game, you can actually recycle this. So yeah, enough about that. I also play 4 of these. These are the only red and yellow multicolor cards in my deck. What he does is if you discard this off using a leader ability, you can actually take a life. So sometimes your opponent will try to slow roll you and keep you at like 6 life or 5 life until they can gain an advantage. But this card allows you to take life when you discard it off the leader's front side ability, and then take yourself down a little further. The other ability that this does is that you can pay 1 red energy when you combo with him from the drop area or hand, and then you could essentially just use it so that you could make him a 15k combo. But when you combo him from the drop area, using this ability, the +5, he gets sent to the warp. Otherwise, you can just keep him in the drop area. That's what I typically do. I don't Z-charge this at all most of the time. So on the backside, you can just combo this after you ditch it. The other utility this provides is that if you open with 2 of these and you charge this, because it has energy exhaust, it allows you to combo these guys for free. So that's essentially the other utility of this card. So yeah, so that's all the only red yellow card that I play. This deck is mostly like my favorite color in the game is blue and blue and red. The reason why it's blue and red is because I want to abuse the ability to play defense using Divine Obliterator. So this super combo does it very well as opposed to other multicolors. I just love this card, and plus it's a Beerus card, so it kind of like plays it in tandem with the art. So it's Beerus and Beerus. But yeah, I do play these the similar packages from my previous deck profile. I do play the Rival Seeker as well for extra combo power. That's a 10k, and it facilitates your rival as well. Um, yeah, so playing Tyrannical Blow or Tyrannical Assault allows you to take out barrier cards. Really good against Trunks Cheetah. I did play against Trunks Cheetah, so I was able to neg off the 1k barrier cards before they can develop into the bigger guys. Yeah, so I also play. The reason, another reason why I play the red blue combo is that I also play the Hercules Majin Buu's Friends Forever. The reason why I play this one is, as I mentioned before, there was a way to recycle these guys, and using Friends Forever allows you to recycle this guy back to your hand, and then so that you can use it again. Using the leader's backside ability to combo a red and yellow, so you can rival this guy back into play, and then make your opponent offer again. So the offering ability is really useful because, as I said before, is a burn deck, and making it a burn deck allows you to burn your opponent using this little package. Um, Normally, I would use the Rival Seekers to combo for free, but Rival Seeker has another utility, which is to allow you to play the burn package. So, the burn package being the energy explosion. The energy explosion basically is a untap 3 when he comes into play using Rival Seeker's ability by adding two multicolors. Multicolor red and blue extra card back to your hand from the warp. You're able to play this guy for free, and then when he comes into play, he untaps. He basically untaps three colors, and then he has the Invoker ability, which is the most important part. By paying only one red and blue energy, you get to play the extra cards that normally cost 3 for 1. So, Catastrophic Blow takes 2 damage. His other ability also says that if you activate a burn damage extra card, he does another 1 damage. So, in totality, it does 2 damage with this combo. And if you're combining it with the Beerus new promo, it should be really easy to do. So I only play 2. They're able to be tutored from the deck, like with my favorite extra card or my favorite battle card. I do play 4 of these. These allow you to dump the catastrophic blows to the drop area, um, and this allows you to subsequently warp these cards from the drop area, and then add it back to your hand with Rival Seeker. The Rival Seeker is this guy. So you can only evolve this guy on top of him if you have 2 things in the warp. And I often blind search using Cat Blow by warping this. So this has a warp ability where if it's in the drop area, for those of you who don't know, you can put this in the warp, and then you get to the top of the deck. And if it's a multicolor red-blue card, you can add it back to your hand. Or you can add it to your hand. But I always blind check. And if you do this again using the second cat blow that you dumped off of it, then now you fulfill the condition to dump 2. So this allows you to play the burn package. And Frieza makes this consistently able to do that. Because sometimes you don't draw this. In the event that you do draw this in your opening hand, and you don't want it in your opening hand, your leader can actually just discard it on the front side, discard this from your hand into the drop area, so that it becomes a +1 as opposed to being a clump card that you can't use. I also play the Final Guardian for negate power in case I already have my 2 in the drop area. It's a tutorable, as I mentioned in my other deck profiles, it's a tutorable negate using this Frieza. And the other multicolor card I play is the Death Beam. So in the event that you can't kill them and you have this guy up, Death Beam is actually a defensive battle card killer. in that it negs 30k to the battle card, and it's really useful in certain matchups. Some people don't remember that this card exists. So if you dump it off of Frieza, you add it back to your hand somehow, and you have this guy on the board, and they try to go after your leader with a big 30k battle card, you can actually just activate battle, Night Beam that, ignoring barrier. You can actually neg 30 it. So even if they combo high on it, if its base stat is 30 or less, you can actually just kill it on command. So yeah, that's what my multicolor red cards are. My SCR is actually another burn card, and it's a really good red card. It burns another 1 damage, and it clears the board. So the clearing board part is actually the more important part. But in the event that you want to burn extra damage, you actually have Vegeta. So in some combos, you can actually have this and this out in the same turn at 5 energy. I forgot another stipulation is that you have to wait until turn 5 to use this combo. So you have to wait till you have 5 energy to be able to play this card. But yeah, in an ideal situation, you can actually play Rival Seeker on 5, evolve this, untap 3 your energy, so you have 5 energy again. Pay this for 4, burn him for 1 life. So then you burn him for 1 life, and then using the last remaining energy, you can actually burn him for another 2. So that's 3 damage. So if you can get your opponent down to 3 life, you can actually deal 3 damage to them on turn 5 in an ideal situation. Yeah, so that's pretty much the idea of the deck. It's a Beerus burn deck. Defensive tools, I play 4 Senzu Bean, just because you play Arrival packages. So Senzu Bean's a must. I play 2 Testing the Opposition. Really good card. I was debating on playing After Image Technique, but I don't know, I'd rather have the blocker. And then I also play Topo. Topo is a really good turn-ending card. It's really great. Maybe you can bump it up to 3 or 4, but 2 is fine at the moment. And I also play the Unison package. This deck has a hard time removing battle cards off the board, believe it or not, even though he does have the inherent battle card killing on the backside by paying 2 energy. It does have a hard time dealing with aggressive battle card swings. One of my losses in the tournament was to SSG Trunks, the black Trunks. So yeah, so you do need some sort of battle card destruction. So I do play Videl, just because it's the Unison package and the Yamcha. Yeah, so Videl is a really good defensive tool, and I also play the Galactic Explorers, mainly just because I want to add another marker underneath the Unison to make him a what is it? He goes up to 4, and then if you slip a Unison on, he goes to 5, and then 6 with this card. So it's really hard to get rid of 6, and he's a specified cost of 3, so it dodges Black Smoke. So that's the idea. I use defense until turn 5, and I burn my opponent with the combination of offering and a combination of Vegeta, the SCR, along with the Energy Explosion, Goku, along with Cat Blow to deal somewhat of a 4 damage thing. Another tip is against decks that have to awaken at 4 and no other way, don't attack them. Attacking them gives them advantage, and sometimes on the front side you want to be on the front side. So don't attack them until they take their life down themselves with Crimson, and then you just gain a lot of advantage as a result. So very cool leader in that respect. For my Z battles, I play Vegeta, the Insurmountable, in case I don't draw these guys and I'm at 6 life. Or if I have only one of this copy, I can actually play Insurmountable to take the last life to go down to 4, so that I can awaken. Much like every red deck, I do play 4 Vegeta Rush Attack. Or actually, maybe I only play 3. Yeah, I guess I only played. No, I have a third one, a fourth one. I'm just missing it, but it's somewhere around one in my deck. Yeah, I play 3 of this. Really good extra card, just because it negs 15k off the small battle cards that come into play. Has deflect, restands. It's actually harder to Z charge in this deck than you might think, but yeah. So there, I play that. And I play 2 cells. Haven't brought that out yet, but in theory you can actually bring that up because you're playing red blue. Red blue dominant in this deck. Even though it's a tricolor deck, it's red blue dominant. I play Beerus, haven't played that either. Yeah, so that's my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, this is my new deck profile for the year. I hope you guys are able to even modify this deck than its original predecessor. So, yep. Peace out, guys.